what you do? Words to live by. Yeah, live by him, son.
I miss Bernie.
Oh my God. I miss Bernie.
Words live by him, son.
It just ain't the same, man.
Oh, hey. Oh, miss Bernie.
Waiting for a starter piston, nigga?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're doing that. He's doing the intro.
I'm waiting for you.
That's what?
You doing the Urkel dance with my da-da?
Do the Urkel. Do the
Nah, nigga.
All right. Here we are, True Story Bro, number 33.
What's up, guys?
Howdy. 3.
You transforming?
No, he's trying to bounce bullets because he's Wonder Fat.
Wonder Fat?
No.
Oh, fuck you. Anyway.
That sounds like bad bread. Wonder Fat. He's like, is it healthy? Like, nah, nigga, it is fucking guns. It'll be a fat ass nigga, but it tastes good. It tastes amazing.
We'll have none of that spiteful shit. Not today.
It tastes like Sprite and bread.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. That's prison shit.
Get to the intros of us, bro.
We're your hosts. I'm here, still Roundhouse, and to my left,
I am Echo Ninja. Ninja.
And I am your benevolent Black Caesar.
Black Caesar. Get him!
Every time you say it, I was thinking you need a crown.
You know,
One day we will do
that.
that.
Yeah.
You do it for Randolph Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Randolph Scott.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
And I'm the scourge of the internet. Your boy, Sir Wednesday.
I like that title, man.
Scourge of the internet. Wow.
And we're back again.
Hope you missed
for another motherfucking adventure.
Miss, where we go?
Round.
We did. We got around. Yeah. I get around.
Oh, and
I
also
thought you were gonna do been around the world. No.
And also, I'm sure he is going to be here to edit all this because he is taking a back seat with the edit, with being here to edit more. Our good friend Redbeard.
Why are we so silent?
I don't know.
What I was about to say, you about to pour a 40 on the floor. The nigga is back
to my homie.
The nigga not here, is not dead.
I know. That's all I said was, I was just all like, yeah, he took a backseat from here. He's doing editing.
I feel like I should be wearing black sunglasses and be like, have a button up, be like,
it's so hard.
Too sick. Get mad clips for the brand. That nigga be like, where the fuck did you take these?
Start fucking sea walking and shit.
Whoa, we wanted the clits. Wow.
The clits.
Where?
The clits. Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Don't do that.
Yeah, I get the clits.
So fuck that up.
All right. So let's
Well, we have a couple things to talk about.
We have a few.
Several.
Yeah.
But what are we starting with?
Let's see. We're gonna talk about, what's the first thing we're gonna talk about? Let's see. We're gonna talk about video games. Okay, so most recently, the Spiderman game, and everybody has it. If you don't have it, go get it.
Yes.
I don't, because I got an Xbox.
Boo! Oh,
that's so sad.
That I got for free.
Okay. I can't
Not
be mad
so
at that.
sad.
I can't be mad at that.
Just to not segue too much. Do you ever see the meme? It's like with the dude was like looking at the Xbox. He's like, everybody playing Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. And what I got nothing. What the fuck? It's like, I can't play shit. You useless piece of shit.
Sometimes I feel like I'm on a motherfucking island with Xbox. It used to be the opposite, where it's like Xbox had everything and PlayStation was like fumbling, like your favorite football team in the Super Bowl. But now Xbox One, like. You the only one, because there's nobody else is playing fucking Xbox One. They're playing PlayStation.
And PlayStation got 4 more times the games.
Like when it comes to exclusive, I'm just gonna just
go.
When it comes to exclusives, Sony got it. I mean, not for nothing. Like we know that the whole deal. Like, we know that the whole deal with Spider-Man and Marvel, they made the movie.
Yeah.
Plus Sony, but to them,
plus Sony. That's another reason why they got.
But but for them to make the game just as good as if it was the movie. Good. By the way, just to go back to the game, the new DLC did come out yesterday. It's called The Heist. You're playing with Spider-Man still, and you actually get to figure out the Black Cat story. So Black Cat's in there, and there's a lot of they add other adventures or different side missions in there, which is pretty fun. It does add to the story, so it makes it a little bit more enjoyable versus than going straight into the story. Right. And all I gotta say is, by the end, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" That's all I gotta say about that. I'm not spoiling anything.
I'm sorry. I heard they have 3 more outfits.
They do have 3 more outfits. I think it's was it Britain Spider-Man? Correct me if I'm wrong. What's the name of it?
Union Jack?
No. The outfit.
Is it like the British punk rock Spider-Man?
No.
You talking about the
flag? The British flag one?
Yeah, the British flag Spider-Man suit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have that one. Oh, and they got one of the Alex Ross costume.
Very nice.
I played with that throughout the whole story. I was like,
"This." That's the black and red one.
No. It's actually red.
With very thin
webbing, and it has this blue shine.
Oh, okay.
And with the Alex Ross eye, but the slant eyes and everything, it looks cool.
That's racist.
Pretty epic.
What is this?
I didn't pull my eyes, but I said this. You know.
I understand. No. I'm just saying because you said slant eyes. But you know what? Kudos to them for doing that because, like you said, it's great to have something with the like as far as Sony and Marvel having a property that are making something as good as the movies. Did you hear that, DC? I'm talking to you.
No, seriously?
No.
He's right.
When was the last, besides freaking Injustice, what was the last good DC freaking game they had that could
series?
Batman Arkham series.
You won this round, Shanae.
But that's all they've had.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, like
it's mostly your Batman titles.
True.
But Rocksteady is working on a Superman title.
Rumored. It still hasn't been confirmed by them yet.
That's because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Anyway, not Rocksteady, DC. Well,
right.
Warner Brothers.
Yes, thank you. There you go.
Yeah, when
it's
the game coming out,
Warner Brothers.
Yeah. But anyway, that's just one game. Go if you haven't got the download, please go get it. It's actually worth it.
And also, look at our previous videos. We have done a review on it, so check that out.
Yes.
On our playlist.
Also, check out my Twitch. You see some gameplay from me playing Spider-Man, dying to, and web swinging. Like I did a lot of endless web swinging, just because it was almost therapeutic.
Well, yeah, it's just
that's why he does it.
It really hasn't been a good. There hasn't been a good like Spider-Man-esque game since Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Right. Well, that did it.
That did it that good. The web swing was as perfect as that game.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, there hasn't been anything else until now.
And the combat's still good too. Yeah.
And the funny thing is how people always say, "Oh, you know, it kind of looks like they're copying." Technically, they've only taken like literally 10% of the Arkham combat, but made their whole own type of combat because it's a completely different character.
Right.
So they needed to add more shit to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I commend them for even just only taking just like 5%, which is like basically the skeleton idea of it.
Yeah,
and then building their own shit on it. But anyway, back to you.
But yeah, it's a great DLC. It's actually worth your money. That's the key thing about DLC nowadays. Like,
take my money.
DLC has to be worth my money
and your time.
And this one was. So there's 2 more DLCs coming out. If you got a season pass, you'll get it. But there's supposed to be one last one that they're keeping hush hush. So there's 2 more, and then there's one that they're keeping hush hush about. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, time will tell.
You sounded like a freaking a DJ record. You're like
yeah. So there's that. What else? Oh, recently, last week? Actually, last week I picked up Soul Calibur 6, and first of all, I had the beta, so I was testing the beta out, and I was like, I loved it. I was like, okay, cool. What did they change? They changed a lot in the game. Like, you still have the same mechanics with the game. Side, you can circle around the character, you can move back and forth, you can jump,
Yeah.
Certain moves are still the same in there, but they did add more moves and added a whole new mechanic to the game where it's called Revenge Edge, where you press the R1 button, because I think it's R1 in every system now, and basically you can either charge it, hold it, or you hit the person, and it goes into this slow mo thing.
Kind of like Vanquish.
You and Vanquish,
bro. Yo.
But it's okay.
When it's a great game, I'll fucking rep it to the death.
Mm-hmm.
The motherfucker death of me, nigga.
But it was
be on the fucking bed going.
So you know what? So you know what? It's almost it's almost like when you hit, it's like a slow down. I'm going it's
kind of like bullet time.
What do they call it? I'll call it rock paper scissors, basically.
Oh, wait, hold up.
It has that. It's almost that way, because once you do it, you have to press either A, like the horizontal hit, or the vertical hit,
like
or
Injustice.
B, or you can just sidestep.
It's kind of like Injustice, where you guys literally both have to choose a certain combination, and whoever gets it first gets the move.
But you can counter it. But see, Injustice.
Oh, you can counter.
So
it. Okay.
Injustice, you can counter.
You can't. No.
In this, you can counter it. So certain
you don't fucking end up
certain characters have different revenge edge attacks. Mm-hmm. So like Cervantes, he's a straight up dick, first of all. So I was playing online. I played online and I did the reverse edge, and I learned this. Call me a jock if you want. I don't care. But it was a great move. He basically comes up, hits you, turns around, and shoots. Bah, 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 bah.
Niggas hitting people with fucking pool tricks like, ha ha, quarter pocket, nigga.
Just gung fu, yeah.
Like, and he's one of the, if you get a good flow with him, he can be deadly. Right. The most OP character in that whole damn game.
Killer?
No.
Oh yeah.
Nightmare. Why is this dude?
Oh
he
God.
has a.
I thought he was gonna say Yoshimitsu.
No,
it's usually Nightmare or Siegfried because of the range and all the other bullshit they get.
See, I can see. Here's the thing.
Man.
I can deal with the range. The part I can't deal with is as he has this move where it's just boom, a big out burst of energy, and it breaks your guard. It pushes you back, and it opens you up every time. And I'm like, Siegfried has the same thing and I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. He's the only one that has this. This is unfair. He has range, and now he has this, and I almost understand what they're doing, but it's too OP. They did it because if you have a plane with a character like Maxley,
it's over.
Talma,
it's
over.
Yeah, man, that's insta-cheat.
And if you play with Kalik and you're in range and you're doing the thrust, and any move you do, it would.
Once you're in,
but still, when you're even like this much, it goes out way bigger, and I'm like, that's BS. To me, I can't stand that because they make one character really over OP, and everybody uses it.
But
It's just
that's true. But it's probably because that character had a shortcoming and they had to do it. Think of it kind of like his Raging Demon.
That is actually a pretty good equivalent.
Because even though Akuma has the strength and the speed, he's got a glass fucking jaw.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
yeah, but in this Soul Calibur, it's not like you hit him once and he gets double damage. He has the same lifespan as you.
So he doesn't get chipped easily and then go down. That is kind of fucking dumb.
Nah, like you have to hit him. Like you would have to hit him good openly, and maybe break his guard as much as you can. But every time you try to even break his guard, he does the shit that force with it. So it's almost too much of a counterbalance, and it's really OP because you.
They're
can
probably gonna nerf that motherfucker.
Yeah, they need to because he could do a move and go right into it.
Oh, that's not good. If it was just by itself, that's okay.
It's
but
by
if
itself.
Like, I
he
can
can do
that,
it by itself,
and
but
then you could jump into a
But
move.
he has a move where he just goes into it.
No.
And Siegfried has the same thing.
Of course he does.
And every time
That's
Siegfried's
what
life bar gets
like
low,
sun.
he has this glow around him. His sword glows up, and I don't know why. I don't know what happens, but
He's got Ultra Instinct.
Ultra,
you caught up
Ultra,
this.
No, I didn't. I just know that that's a thing.
Okay.
Maybe one day I'll catch up.
Okay. But yeah,
Like
it's
tomatoes.
from all right. So if you go on my Twitch, it'll be in the link below. You can see me playing, losing pretty badly.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
Poor baby.
I mean, you played over 50 people online. You'd have to get your ass kicked eventually.
Well, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I did get it perfect on that first fight, but
That's fine. But you,
Like
oh
Bragg.
man, somebody whooped your ass.
yeah,
Woo.
it was pretty bad.
And because they had dumbass low connection and shit.
Yeah, you can see it's slowing down. I'm like, I was playing. So the first
You
character-
find the nigga whose foot was still in the air or some shit?
Because
Moving.
his thing is he put oh yeah, I'll fight anybody in any connection. You shouldn't do that. You should fight someone with the same damn connection you got.
But here's the thing: it's I have to do that because the netcode, like, you have to do that because if you put it specifically for a region and everything, you won't find anybody. So the only option is to open it up.
Gotcha.
And so, I mean, I was fighting people from Japan. I was fighting people from France. And
I'm from France.
and I mean, I got my ass whooped. I won some battles. You can see me playing with Maxie, getting it in like, wow.
Well,
So,
he
guys-
can't be fucked with on them. No,
So guys, make sure
Thank you.
put in the comments below if you have it. Let's see if you have a
You have it. Challenge me. Fight me. Come get some.
put your screen name down below if you have a PlayStation, and you can face
I did not
Roundhouse.
take you seriously.
You can face Roundhouse on PlayStation 4.
Yep.
I'll make sure that's down in the description below as well. His screen name, so you can spot him. Maybe he'll add you. Maybe you can find him on the game if you have it. There you go.
Fight me. In Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah, I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah, truly.
You don't want to be walking down the street like, you said fight, you nigga. What are you doing? You knocked my sandwich out my hand. Yeah, I got to cut you.
Cut you.
As I'm bailing him out, I'm like, I don't think that's the rules.
It is the day.
Oh my gosh. Oh god damn it.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Oh, and do you have anything else
Yeah.
that you want to talk about?
The thing is,
Something pretty quick before we
yeah,
get to,
the thing is
Black Caesar.
the thing is too is like the thing about playing online, and I realize like as I'm getting older that playing online usually it takes a lot of frustration out, but also too I realize there's so many toxic players out there, and they only do it like they do it in the most cheapest way, like because they it's like I don't know how to explain it better, like it's like they can't do anything but learn 2 or 3 moves and then they're just gonna work on it. Now, mind you, it may be the OPest moves in the game, but at the same time, it's like me personally, I go back and learn a character. I want to take time and learn a character and know the flaws and do all that. I realize that some of these people and the kids, they don't want to do all that shit. It's like there's no effort into it now.
No.
And like, what is up with that? Like, is it me because I'm old, or is it? Well, I'm not old, but is it me because I'm old, or is it because people want shit too easy?
I'll tell you exactly where it started. And
Okay.
I'll tell you exactly where it started. I call that shit Eddie Gordo syndrome.
Ooh.
And the reason why,
Oh,
yeah, that's real shit.
Tekken 3.
Yeah, true.
Because they created a character that was like, oh, it's like, man, this game is hard, or the configuration, or whatever bullshit excuse they have. Motherfuckers would just come out like, oh, just pick Eddie, press a whole bunch of buttons. And motherfuckers was like, haha, I can just spam this move and kick your ass on purpose or on accident.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, that's why people play games the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
I could just spam these 4 moves. If you're doing it more than freaking 3 times, you're playing with yourself. No
Pretty
bullshit.
much. Yeah, definitely.
Now that actually travels even away from fighting games,
Mm-hmm.
because you got now, I may not play fighting games online
Right.
much as you do, but like games like Grand Theft Auto Online, they have their own
They still got
bullies,
that?
trolls. Huh? Shut up. They have their own. Yeah, the thing's going on like 5 years strong and still making boatloads of money.
That's why they ain't making
Yeah.
no money yet.
That's true.
That's exactly. That's why they got Red Dead Redemption 2, which is coming out on Friday.
This Friday.
That's right.
Showed up.
Okay, nice.
Hope you guys pre-ordered. Anyway,
Hope you got a 2 terabyte.
yeah, because it's about 105 gigs to download. But
$54 at Walmart.
but
Oh, we got time.
even though Walmart's not paying us for that.
Wouldn't that
Something about people.
But the thing is about that is that it travels into games like that. It travels into games like Call of Duty as well.
Call of Duty.
Especially that, because there's people who do that.
You want a call drop, motherfucker?
No.
Hold on. There's people who do that quick scope shot where with the stupid sniper rifle. I don't know how they fucking do it sometimes. I know 11-year-olds who pull that shit off, and I don't get it. I don't get how they do it. And then with
Quick scope, no scope.
and then with Grand Theft Auto Online, like, okay, people like to actually play the online experience, you know, play with their friends, do the heists, do the online missions and stuff like that, you know, prepare for whatever next DLC is coming up. But then they got these people who have the most OP weapons or OP vehicular weapons, and they just fucking decimate these people while they're trying to have fun. And these fucking people think it's funny, and until someone comes out of nowhere and then beats them at their own game, then they be like, "Oh, what you fucking with me for, man? Cause you messing with these people." I'm showing you a lesson. But then sometimes that person who showed the lesson is the one who get reported.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this right now. Like, when Modern Warfare came out, I was on it. Modern Warfare 2 came out, on it.
Oh yeah.
3, on it. The first Black Ops,
On it. He
Yep.
was.
Black Ops 2, on it.
Because when we had to go someplace, this motherfucker was like, "What you doing?" "Oh, I'm getting ready." Nigga, you playing Black Ops? He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Black Ops 3, I
already knew.
I was on it, but I was off of it. But
Sorry.
Off it.
Keep going.
I was on it, but off it.
just saying.
It happens.
I wasn't really feeling it.
But so since Modern Warfare, I've always had a team that I run with, and we always play together. We always go against other people and stuff like that. So I always play with a team, and most recently, you know, because they buy Call of Duty constantly. I didn't buy the last one. I didn't buy the other one. It's been a while since I bought Call of Duty. I'm very kind of adamant about buying this recent one. I'm just still holding back from doing it. I'm still, but anyway, the thing is, when we play it online, we call it "Why you peeking?" And usually it's like people that peek, like that just want to peek out because they're sitting in a spot.
They're doing that side eye shit.
Mm-hmm, like, "Why you peeking?" You know,
Sound like a trap song.
yeah.
Why you peeking?
And,
Why you peeking? Keep going. I'm fucking
Yo. hands off that.
I'm ready to put that shit in the lab tonight.
Real.
And you know what? I'm kind of down for that.
I'll tell you when this started coming. You like, oh shit, it's like, this your verse.
Just provide the beat.
Some
that's
Baltimore house music shit.
Why you peeking?
Why are you peeking?
As soon as you did that shit, I was like the back and forth. Oh my god.
And you was right.
Oh my god.
Bitch, you guessing. You was right. Oh shit. Like, me and him were thinking the same thing.
Right.
I was like, oh yeah.
Man.
I was thinking
we
that
were
shit
hooked
too.
on that shit.
Oh my
For
gosh.
keeps, man. For keeps.
I'm sorry, go back.
No, it's alright. It's alright, but I'm very kind of adamant about getting back on Call of Duty and just, you know, wrecking people because I can.
Wreck-It Ralph.
But
Wreck it out.
Wreck-It Tehran.
Oh, I may change my.
No.
Don't do it.
Even though I think PlayStation 4 now they have the whole thing where you could change your name.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
But you know what?
Everybody
You should dress up as Wreck-It Ralph.
Word.
That'd
That'd be pretty dope,
good
man.
idea. Oh, right. Halloween is next week.
Stay on topic.
Yes. Anyway, so the thing is, with toxic players being in Call of Duty, because you know they are, it almost feels like they manifested there. But from what I understand from Sir Wednesday says, Eddie Gordo is the reason why they manifested.
And not just
Halo 2, they was in there, hard body.
No. But way before that, we're talking about Eddie Gordo from the arcade.
Right.
Not even the home ones. This whole griefing shit or bullying shit or toxic player shit all happened right in the arcade where people fucking play the same goddamn player and fucked you over.
That sounds like a Tekken 3 problem to me.
Exactly.
That was real.
That was the real truth right there. If you see that one person who hasn't moved for like an hour,
True.
and you still got those same people on the other side putting their quarters in, just getting decimated because they're using the same person. You'd be like, I don't even want to play this guy no more, man.
Yeah,
I just want someone to beat his ass so I can just play it myself.
Yeah, for real. I remember that shit. Oh god damn, bring me back.
Just like even before that,
man,
when you wanted to fucking beat a person who's the top scorer, the high score player, man, fuck that. I could never get that shit.
Put that quarter down like y'all got next, nigga.
Yeah.
Get him off the sticks.
But yeah, the thing is this. Toxic players, I don't care if you listen. If you listening, cool. Listen to this shit. Stop being fucking toxic. Just learn the game and just play it. Why you gotta be so fucking cheap? Like, I don't get it. Like, maybe it's because I'm old, but maybe I'm just saying. Maybe it's because I'm old, but maybe y'all should just stop doing this shit. I know I sound like old man. Stop doing this shit, little stopper. But
You know why? You know why they do it? Because in the immortal words of Antonio Banderas from Assassins, I want to be number one.
Well, also too, let me ask you this: do you think it's society too? Because you think they want shit easy? Like,
yeah.
Well,
we're in that age
where
Instant
everybody wants
gratification age.
everything now.
Yeah.
I want my money and I want it now, type shit.
Exactly. I mean,
a bunch of Harukas.
Not making millions.
I'm not singing that song because that's putting shit on for them. But you know the song I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, song about the structured settlement.
Yes, with the opera,
right.
the operatics.
But if you need somebody to just say some shit on a random, you can just need to sing that.
Yep.
And wait for motherfuckers to come and say it back. There'll be at least one or two people that do it. They'll be holding on their phones, they're shaking. They're like, "Don't look up, don't do it. Cash now." And it's like,
exactly.
Anyway, man.
I fucking can't do it. I can't.
Anyway, back to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But even just talking about toxic players, let's talk about toxic people. I'm pretty sure we've had at least some toxic people in our lives that we didn't know that was toxic until it was almost too late, or we knew right away, but we gave them benefit of the doubt.
I left my list at home.
So you want to talk about anybody you knew toxic that you got away? Like a little quick story, like.
Shit.
Yeah, well, you guys were there for some of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm just talking about just any of the toxic people you guys know of that I will not speak of names.
Yeah.
But you guys were there for most of them, so you know who I would be talking about.
Oh, yeah,
but I'm talking about in those generals. I was always a person who I was very oblivious to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And I fully admit that now because I can't be oblivious to everything now.
That's true.
Because now I fucking overlook everything. But
Now, what's that?
You see this? Not oblivious.
fucking no, but the thing is, I had this thing where I gave so many chances.
Oh.
So many chances to the one person. To the point where it was so oblivious. I was so oblivious to the point that they were ruining my life.
I can relate.
And it almost seemed like I was fighting against like my own friends just to defend this person, to the point where when they finally got me, I felt like a piece of shit. I was like, God damn. But that shit won't happen again. I'll shoot him before I fucking give him a chance. Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
You know, the best cancer is the one you can cut out.
Oh,
True.
wise. Very wise.
So far, I'm cancer free.
Ditto.
Toxic free. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, well, let's see. Where do I begin?
Damn.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, it might be.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah.
So, in 1974.
It's like
Like
what?
the mask you whip out the damn machine with fucking receipts. Just keep on coming.
I mean, now the person who shall remain nameless. I mean, but for the sake of argument, let's call them Tim.
Timmer.
No, I'm just kidding. No, Timmy would actually be fun to hang out with.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, basically it was the whole like mistake your kindness for weakness situation. Yeah, who hasn't been victims of that unfortunate deal? Yeah, and same thing. Yeah, I absolutely was oblivious to the warnings. They were right there. Then my face going like, "Hey, listen, this person is like bad news bears. You gotta like keep your distance from him because she will just tear you to pieces." But unfortunately, she keyword. Yeah, yeah. But
No.
No. We'll talk after.
I got you.
Don't worry, I'll fill in the blanks.
I think I know this one, but go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But basically, through the whole time we were just, it just festered the anger and resentment that I had towards this person, and I realized like what a drag she was being on my fucking life, and it was up to the point where it's like, I think I'm willing to let go of this friendship because I still have my self-respect if I can like find the fucking thing.
Right on.
So, you're saying you had 5 on it.
You motherfucker.
You got 4 that you can keep? I got 5 on it.
No.
Actually, I'm thinking, I think you better let it go.
Well, no, but I did plead the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So, Sir Wednesday, you have any toxic people that you had that you let it go?
Yeah, a long time ago. They don't
Back in
exist.
94?
Way back in 94. Actually, it was like 97.
Damn, that was when I met you.
Yeah.
Shit.
You want to explain?
Not at all.
He's like, I want to forget about it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I guess I'll talk about
Fuck them. They don't need to exist anymore. Like,
I guess I'll talk about my toxic.
Just remember, we have other topics. So
I know,
keep
but
it short and
real quick. I had a person that was very. I'm the type of person that sometimes I don't know when to not let people in, and then I let this person in way too much, and they just seem to have drowned out everybody that I was close to, and it was almost to the point where I was just with this person too much, and I couldn't see the toxicity in this person. I was just like, it was like a shadow, it was like a shroud, like here's this dark person giving me a hug, and this is who I only need. And so I had to come out and see the light and like pull myself out of there, it just drowned me out, and I couldn't. It felt like I couldn't breathe, and that's the one thing is like when you're in a toxic relationship and you feel like you can't breathe, get the fuck out, like, for real. Because once you start breathing, you're just gonna be dead. And then
what? No, keep going.
Because you can't. Because you pushed everybody away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be around you. You pushed everybody away. So get rid of toxic people in your life. Stay true to yourself and to your true friends.
Try to lose friends and alienate people.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Rainbow.
So that's it for that. That's what I gotta say about toxic people and toxic players. Y'all motherfuckers need to chill the fuck out. Anyway.
And remember, the power is yours.
I get your ass checked out for it too late, Turkus.
As soon as you said that, I was about to be like, the power is somebody else's.
Oh shit!
All the time.
All the time.
You got it sometimes, but it's usually very short.
So,
so that was season 2 Iron.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. If you guys have seen last episode, you know all about that.
That's a gut punch.
A little bit.
So on that, we're going to talk about. Oh yes,
Sir.
Caesar.
Yes.
Caesar has spoken.
Let's
got
talk
the floor.
about you at New York Comic Con because you showed up to my place and picked up. Was he Spiderman? Was my brother Spiderman?
Yes, your brother was the friendly neighborhood Spiderman.
Yeah, my brother went to New York Comic Con with Black Caesar here. My brother was Spider-Man.
What's your do you know your brother's Instagram? No.
Al something.
Al
Easy something.
That's my brother on Instagram.
That's my brother. Al Easy. Nah.
He's a very accomplished cosplayer. Look him up. Give him some support. You know.
Yeah, give him some support. Get if he opens a Patreon, give him some money so get some more costumes.
Oh Jesus Christ.
So you know.
Way back to him.
Yeah. So we get.
Equipment. I'm just saying, those equipment isn't cheap, y'all.
For real.
Factually.
You think swords and guns just fall out of the sky?
Yeah.
Maybe in Iraq.
I'm a cosplayer too. I do lightsaber
Nigga,
what the fuck? You got that?
Wow.
Welcome to real life.
Yeah. Tell us about New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a blast, man. Let me tell you. After.
We'll have pictures.
Yeah, absolutely. On my Instagram too. Yeah. Post and brag. But yeah, I went to Roundhouse's house and picked up.
It's a regular size house. It's not really round.
Yeah, it's not.
It's actually a square.
Not the circle.
It's
a square.
Anyway, he went to his
sorry.
And picked up from the neighborhood Spider-Man and him, and it was a very interesting. Walk to the train station because naturally you figured motherfuckers be used to shit like this in Harrison. And he's like, come on, man.
Tell them who you went as.
I was just gonna say that. Who are you dressed as?
Oh, I was Ruby Rod from
He
the
was
Fifth
super
Element.
He was super green.
I was super green.
Very super green.
Shit,
Like
Like a green thing.
Yeah, like this.
this one.
And
It won't be green.
All right.
All right. Because let me tell you, super green. Oh well, had to be the understatement of the year because I couldn't step foot on any sort of soil until somebody got a photo of my ass. I mean, you think I was really Chris Tucker?
Yeah, when we got to the PAV train, it was I took pictures of them, and then when we were on the train. That's when it started.
Oh yeah, that's when the shit went down.
It went down. It was like, oh look, because my brother he didn't take off the mask. He put the costume on. He had the mask on when he got out the car. Was on the train with the mask on. So he was dressed up as Spider-Man. And if you play Spider-Man and you take the subway, he's sitting on the phone. We took that picture, and I'm like, and dude really looking at him like this, and I'm like. Yo, this is good. So, and with Ruby Rod here standing right there, and it's like, when you get you see people that you're remember, it's always a good thing. It's like, oh, well, gotta get a picture with you. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go to work.
So tell us when you got there.
Well, when I got there, you mean after all the awkward stares, and and of course, these two kids were, mistaking me for Michael Jackson. Real adorable, by the way. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, naturally they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
But they knew Spider-Man.
Yeah, of course they did. Of course they did. Yeah.
Friendly neighborhood.
Yeah. And also, advice for your brother: haircut when putting on his mask. Just saying,
he needs to get that.
Yeah, I mean, I love your brother to death, man. I'm just saying, he needs to like.
I've been saying that for
He probably looked like he got lumps on it in his damn mask.
Would it look like Spider-Man got beat up?
Or
beat me up, Jackie Chan.
Wasn't that a great laugh?
Oh my god. Yeah, but after we got off the train.
I mean, you're right. I'm not.
Yeah, I was just saying. Yeah, much love to him. Just look more like Miles Morales. That's all. But anyway, yeah, man. But after we got off the train and we started heading up to the surface, that's when shit was getting pretty hectic. So right up to when we got a shuttle, there was a shuttle for the Comic-Con, which was very fucking
smart.
Yeah.
So wait. So as soon as you get off at 34th Street, there's a shuttle that takes you right over there?
Yeah.
So you don't have to walk all the way.
Yeah.
So you probably got to get it at the right time.
It was free?
Yes.
Wow.
Which made it even better.
Because on weekends, you can't go to 33rd Street. You have to go to World Trade, and then you have to do all that shit.
Oh.
Interesting.
But still, it was very, very, very helpful.
I bet.
Swanky.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there was, the line really wasn't wasn't too crazy.
It was raining.
Yeah. That was a big help. Thanks, Thor. But
I heard the security was something over there.
Yeah, I heard it was extra crispy tight.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For the most part, I mean, they weren't asking you to NPI like almost everything.
Yeah, research.
Yeah. It's like say
I was already in here. Stop touching me.
So did you see anybody?
Oh, dude, I saw so many cosplay buddies and celebrities. So the first person I saw there actually was Bishop. A friend of mine, Kendrick, cool dude, very solid guy, and his lady was Domino. Solid costumes, and that was like the first photo we took of all four of us together.
Nice.
And then after that, I lost your brother.
So
I was like,
in a sea of people.
Yeah, so there's like Spider-Man. Wait a minute, you're not Spider-Man. So wrong one.
So just to clarify something, I knew where my brother has this, like, whenever he dresses he does Deadpool. He does X-Force Deadpool, and which is the gray one with the red eyes, and he does Spider-Man, regular Spider-Man outfit and the black suit Spider-Man. So usually at New York Comic Con they have photo ops. My brother was busy doing photo ops.
They had the Marvel, the Marvel photo ops.
Yeah.
It was at that moment I realized I was never going to see him again.
Yeah.
Because he was fucking around with Hobgoblin.
I'm calling that nigga 4 days later. Yo, I'm alive.
For real, I was like, I tried calling him like at least 4 or 5 times. I'm like, man, he's busy being a star. Fuck it. Yeah, well, I guess I got, who am I to talk shit? It's that every step I take, every move I make.
You will be. Oh.
No, you were right. Yeah. Yeah, man. It was photo pandemonium. I need to start charging. Like, seriously, I need to start charging. Or at least have a booth.
I can just imagine. He's like, "You want a picture with me?"
Right?
It's $75.
Everybody was saying, "Come on, hey man, hey Ruby, could you boost me?"
Get out here.
Hey man, everybody. Every 2 minutes there's a photo or something.
It's just like when we were Halloween a few years back.
Oh my god!
You were Prince.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
No, forget that. When he was Rick James, that made
man.
We couldn't walk 5 feet without someone saying, "I'm Rick James, bitch!" Like seriously.
Like,
all
right. So just to clarify that story, I had got done with the parade. I had met them, and they were still on 14th Street trying to walk up to the park.
Yeah, Mission Impossible, guys.
When this man dresses up, everybody, because his costumes be on
point.
Thank you.
Definitely.
We came back from Newark Con, and he was there as
I was there
show
too.
enough. Yeah, he was there as show enough.
Actually, the official show
enough. Yeah.
Knighted by none other than Time
Out
himself.
Yeah. And of course, this idea would have never come to fruition if not for Sir Wednesday here.
How you doing? I exist on the internet.
So if you want to know who my go-to guy is for my cosplay ideas, is this dude right here.
Yeah.
It's this guy.
Hi, Sir Wednesday. I exist.
Although
you are real.
You know what that means, though? We need to get Sir Wednesday in a costume.
Yeah.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah, I'm
Because
gonna go as a TARDIS.
That's so lame.
Fuck you, it's lame.
It's lame.
It's 50 years, son.
50 years.
Okay, wait. Here, then go as an actual TARDIS. Don't have a fucking onesie.
Why can't I do both?
Fine.
Nigga, it's cold.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, but
All I need is a box.
Word. With a box. I took a photo op with our I'm sure a middle school crush for us all, Miss Danielle Fisher,
Topanga.
aka
Oh, yes,
Topanga
yes.
Lawrence. Oh,
Woo!
still vibrant, still beautiful.
She looks scared in that picture though.
Yeah.
She knew who she was next to. She knew it was like. She's like, he's like, is this position? I want all the positions.
I'm probably sure that's what that poor girl thought.
He probably wants all the
She's all thinking to herself, I don't know if I can get in all those positions.
And that moment, it was just like, "Hello, my little hostage." And
You will try.
Shit.
Oh,
If only, but no, she was very sweet though, very very kind and social. At least probably after the photo was done. Yeah, it's like yeah, okay, you can leave now.
Yeah, because some people, I know they got to get the line moving, but some people could do a better job of like explaining it.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's like, if you could just throw some
like
hints.
Ming-Na Wen.
Oh wow, damn, you fucking threw the shade on it.
May I, Agent?
She did. No, she did that to me in
Cool.
Yeah, and during
Heroes
and Villains.
What she do?
Took a picture and she like fucking just like let it just bypass this after that. Gave us a handshake. Took
Colleen?
No.
Oh, Ming-Na Wen, Agent May.
Oh.
Agent May
From the show that you don't watch or refuse to watch because you're a stuck-up bitch. Anyway.
And I was a fan of Ming-Na Wen and like other shows that she's been in and
Street
stuff
Fighter.
Like that. Yeah, well, nah.
The Joy Luck Club.
I like the Joy Luck Club.
Oh yeah, of course.
She was actually pretty fine in Street Fighter.
Wasn't
She
she though?
She was.
She was. Probably the most accurate Chung-Li will ever get.
Speaking of the Joy Luck Club, I have a fucking story.
Okay.
So I'm chilling with my people, Christine, my homie, love you, and she's just chilling. We're hanging out. We probably went to like some party or somebody's house. So it was a blur in those almost 10 years of our friendship, and she had a little bit too much to drink, and.
Was I with you?
Not that time.
Okay.
That was fucking amazing.
You was with me.
So basically, I took her back to the house, got her in her room, about to leave, and then she just picks up a book off the shelf, and she's all like, "The Joy Luck Club. I learned everything about being a woman from the Joy Luck Club." And I'm just looking at her like, "You're drunk. Go to sleep." And then she was like, "Okay." And then she falls on the bed, and then I just leave. And as soon as you said, "Now I know that you're like," that's the first story that popped in my motherfucking head. Oh my god.
So Caesar, Black Caesar, who else? Did you see anybody else?
Absolutely. Actually, I got called out by Zachary Levy, aka Shazam. Wouldn't you know this motherfucker did the Ruby voice like Carmen, and he was just like Shazam called me out. Now I can die happy. That was awesome. I was dying.
You can tell he's a fan.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Just a humble bastard. I love him.
So cool. So cool of a guy.
Second photo op was with Miss Danny Guerrera, a.k.a. Okoye, a.k.a. Michonne from The Walking Dead.
The General.
Yes, indeed. Very cool. I got to get a peek of Aisha Tyler because, they tight before we got the photo op popping. So, but naturally, since she's royalty, she had to get hers first before I stepped in and made my belligerent appearance. But I got in there. She was like, "Oh, so what are you?" It's like, "Yeah." He was like, Chris Tucker. Oh, right, from The Fifth Element. Yeah. And, because we had to reconcile and remember who I was.
Yeah.
He was like, basically, I'm doing all the things that Mr. Tucker isn't doing at this moment. No disrespect, man. I love you, man. Please don't come after me.
Friday, man.
As soon as you said
Final Friday, man.
she's like, "What are you again?" He's like, "I would have been like available."
Oh yes,
Available.
I would have, but I didn't want to cross my boundaries. Nor did I want to get lopped off with a samurai sword or bopped upside the head with
a
that
spear.
But
He's like, "You would kill me, really, right?
You
For
made me
Wakanda,
exactly.
without question."
without question.
Yo.
And then with my African staff, I thought that would give me a pass. It's like, do it for the homeland. Do it for the motherland. and I did do the Wakanda salute for the photo op. So, I had to represent. And after
Chadwick Boseman hates that shit.
oh, I know, right? Even Michael, it's bad when your boy gotta tell you to stop doing that shit. Like Michael B. Jordan that said
He's
yeah,
bro, stop.
I'm not from Wakanda.
yeah,
Stop that.
yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Right. And then through the sea of, photographers and God Rest His Powder Toast Man, which blew my fucking
Yo, I
90s.
saw that.
that
It
picture.
was great.
Oh my God, I had to get that dude. It's like you're speaking to my Nickelodeon childhood right now. Toast Man!
Flying backwards.
Which one did he kill? Did he kill the president
Yes,
in that
he
thing?
did.
And he was
Yeah,
like, "I
yeah.
brought you the president," and he brought him like ash
Yep.
because he fucking flew so fast. And he was like, "Oh shit!"
Worst best hero. And through that, I went down to Artist Alley.
Yeah.
Because I
I
made
love
some
Artist Alley.
made some chit chat with Mr. Eric Larson,
Nice.
who defined Venom in his gruesome features as well as created Savage Dragon. Love that guy.
Yep.
Dragon, savage.
And what blew my mind is I did not know that Mr. John Leguizamo did his own comic. I did not know.
Word?
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't
I
know.
didn't know that
that
either.
either.
Check that out.
Yeah. And it was based off his comedy show Freak, which we.
Oh my God!
Yes,
I forgot to
yes.
get. Oh my God!
Yeah, absolutely. I got to bring it over one day to show you. It's
Yes.
hysterical.
My good.
Because I love Freak.
My newest good friend who's a pretty well known artist. His name is Chris Mad.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
He was
Is he
actually
happy?
there.
No relation.
He was actually there. He actually got a picture with DMC and John Leguizamo because DMC was there doing his comic.
Right, Daryl makes comments.
Yeah.
And then he saw John Leguizamo that came out of nowhere. He was like, this just happened. I don't know how it happened. I was like, you were sitting right there. How you don't know that this happened?
You know who goes to the Artist Alley a lot?
Love you, Chris.
Robert Kirkman. He's
Yeah,
always,
true story. Yes,
He's
yes.
always there.
That he does.
And I always every time I got a picture with him on my Facebook. You'll see the picture on this, but he's always in Artist Alley. Like he does his panels and shit like that, and he goes to Artist Alley. He likes going to see new artists. He likes going to see new things that people are doing, and he loves doing that. And it's almost for him. I think I'm not sure if he is okay around large, bigger crowds, but when he's in Artist Alley, he's almost way calmer.
Oh yeah, it's just you and the artwork.
Well, because he doesn't have any, because he's not with any handlers. When he's on the
He's a regular dude.
No, when he's on the floor, like when he's on there, he has a handler.
Okay.
Usually when like Jim Lee was in the Artist Alley, chilling, no handler. Was he on?
Jim Lee probably fuck.
Yeah.
Jim Lee would probably choking the guy like,
up,
"What you
hold
want?
up.
What you want? You want to draw?" Like, "Oh my bad."
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't get to the regret portion of this story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Cause,
There's always
It
a.
has something to do with him.
You know what? Not for nothing.
Oh no.
There's always a
Jim Lee?
regret story.
Yeah, because he was there. And Frank Miller was there too, god damn it!
Oh, you didn't get anything with them?
No!
Oh!
Believe me, this is me in hate mode, guys.
Frank Miller probably wouldn't even know you ain't even in the room. He's going to see now.
Yeah, he is looking very sickly. Holy shit.
Just to piggyback off of that.
Yeah.
One night I was going to the Eagle and I see this old guy walking, right? And I'm like, he's just walking and stuff like that. And I see his face. I'm like, that was like Frank Miller. And then I'm walking around. I'm like, that looked like Frank Miller. And then I look again. I'm like, because he had a younger person with him. I was like, that's Frank Miller.
You know, Frank Miller looks like Freddy Krueger.
Doesn't he?
No, but that's what creeped me out. Because you know, like,
he would have fucked you up, and he was like, "I'll see you when you're drinking." What did I do? What did I do?
Oh shit!
Because he had the hat on.
Yeah.
And he was just walking around with shorts on, and he had, I don't know if he's married or got kids or anything like that, but I don't know if that was his son or whatever.
Or an aide or something like that.
Yeah, aide or something like that, but he was just walking around, I guess, to get him moving around and stuff like that.
Of course, you gotta stay moving.
And he was just like walking around, and like I guess he lives in that area, the west.
Something like that.
West New York, west side of
West
side of New York City. West side of New York City.
There you go. Say that right.
So, it was just great missing. It was just great to see him, and I was just like kind of creeped out because I was like, because I walked by and I was like, that looks like Frank Miller, and then turned around and was like,
you always walking by somebody.
Yeah, you know, it's weird.
That looks like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, right? That's Keanu Reeves. Motherfucker, wait till he gets all the way to the bottom of the steps. Like, that's Keanu Reeves. He's got the Rocky music playing in his head. You're Keanu Reeves. Hold on. You're Keanu Reeves.
Let me breathe a second.
Wait. Let me take a picture. Oh, my phone is dead.
No, his storage was full.
Oh my.
Might as well be dead.
Anyway, go back.
Yeah,
Black Season.
but yeah, meaning.
Now he just kicked himself in the face. Like, yeah, I asked for that.
That's all right, man. We've all been there. But
thank you. Shut up.
All right, some of us. But yeah, meeting John Leguizamo, big honor. Cool dude, very very funny. Told him I was looking forward to John Wick 3.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and
Do you want to hit somebody in the mouth again? I wish.
Luckily, there was room for like my head in the picture because he's
a short guy.
Yeah, and I take up so much damn space, and that's just the wig alone. And after that, there was a lovely dance cosplay section of the show, like when we were getting near the end, and yeah, I gotta say, Raven can boogie.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, man. No, Raven got some moves.
Which Raven?
Oh, from Teen Titans, Raven.
I'm about to say, Raven Simone's there. What you doing?
What do you mean, Raven?
Raven, like from Teen Titans. Yeah, because there was a little dance segment.
Not
down
the
there.
one from the Titans show.
I was like, cause she looked. Never mind.
Yeah,
she looks 12.
Well, she is like
14.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So
that's probably why she looks accurate.
Very much. Everybody else is just an adult.
Well, you went to that. You didn't go to that. You went to the after party?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't have the cheddar because I spent it on all the people I've been stalking.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah. So naturally,
No regrets.
No regrets. No regrets.
Except
No
for
regrets.
Yeah, except for 2. Yes. But you know what? I'm not giving up hope.
You'll see them.
Yeah, I will see them.
All right.
And next time, brother's gonna bring a hush book. But you best believe that shit. Getting that sign and born again. Fucking A. Gonna be ballsy.
Just to finish off that, I will be going next week to Rhode Island Comic Con. So
That's next
Yeah.
week.
Mm-hmm. Right after Halloween.
Oh, shit.
Oh
Yeah. Damn.
Sorry.
Because he
What
wanted
are you
to.
doing for?
Because
I'm
he
probably
wanted
gonna be there.
Yeah,
I'm
but
probably still gonna be there
Yeah,
You gonna be there?
on Sunday.
Sunday.
sounds like a hoot. But all in all, man, New York Comic
That was
Con.
a hoot.
We'll
Okay,
I'll tell you what. New York Comic Con, give me a rating.
Rating? Okay. I will just have to. I'll just give it a. Going all out.
1 out
10
of
10 out of 10.
Oh wow.
10 out of 10. I enjoyed myself that much. Or maybe 9.5 since I missed out on those 2 legends. Maybe 9.5.
But is that the event's fault?
Wow.
No. Not to throw shade.
You throwing shade.
No.
You got shades on.
No. He had to go do mad stuff, and that would have been the last 2 that he wanted to do. But, was it because it was busy?
Was it busy?
It's always busy.
Well, it's
Yeah,
always
it was pretty
Comic-Con.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty busy.
Now, remember, this New York Comic Con has been way better than the other ones because their guests are much better.
Yes.
When it comes to the alley, the artist alley, and the entertainment guests, their panels were way better this year.
For sure.
I don't know how it was with. Well, from the pictures that I saw, it seemed like it wasn't as
clunky,
and crowded.
Clunky, trapped, can't breathe,
exactly.
Humidity.
And he can tell you that.
Yeah, not a whole lot of congestion. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So I tell you what, because I'm very big on not liking New York Comic Con, because I've had good experience with New York Comic Con with us.
Yes.
And I've had good experience with
the beanbags.
Yeah.
I love it. He just went back to his happy moment, like,
basically.
Well, there'll be pictures.
Well, no. We'll tell a story. It's a short story. It was me, you, one of the twins. It was Nelson.
It was Nelson.
Yes. And we bought a sword. I bought a sword. I bought a Sakaba sword, which is basically the Rurouni Kenshin backwards sword.
Oh wait, I did buy a sword for him.
Yeah, you did.
It's still in my room.
And we were so
Go get it.
No, not now. We were so freaking totally exhausted, and it was towards the end of the second day. Because we literally came there. We were there Saturday and Sunday.
Because at that time it was only 3 days.
Yes. But and then we was like, we didn't know where to sit, and they had literally an area of just bean bags.
A resting area.
It was they had a resting area of just bean bags.
They're like, this is for you. You like, oh.
And there were people on top of each other because bean bags were on top. So people are just jumping on the bean bags. And then we found the edge ones and just laid there with our legs out. And then people were just walking over our legs and shit like that. And I'm all like, I can't move. Now I'm like Nelson is sideways. This guy is laying on Nelson's stomach, and then I'm like near his feet. So I'm just all like this.
But like this, all these beanbags were comfortable as fuck.
They were. I couldn't.
They better be.
And I bought one and brought it.
He did, and he carried it around like Atlas the entire way home.
So the story behind that is how I got it home. Now that is the trick. Well, I guess
we'll save it for another time.
We'll save it for another time.
Yes,
we'll save it for another time. But
we're at an hour mark, guys.
Oh, sorry, just almost forgot a quick mention. Saw 2 Corbins and 4 Lilus. Just wanted to
nice. He got to meet this. That's right.
Well, the thing is, you gave it a rating. I will change my highly biased opinion about New York Comic Con for next year. Because also shout out to all the Star Wars groups as well that had a table this time. Every single Star Wars group had a table at New York Comic Con, so they represented the LFL groups out there for Saber Guild, 501st, Rebel Legion. They all represented Lucasfilm and Disney, so good job, guys. It was so. With that being said, only because they had a table set up, I'm reconsidering going.
Okay.
Next year.
If you can get it.
I'll get a ticket.
Yeah, he'll get a ticket.
I get it.
I'm the only one who's the unforeseen variable. Because they just paid me right before. I'm like, oh, too late.
I mean, you're the unforeseen. I never get one.
You have to get a ticket. You have to get a ticket in like July.
No. You gotta get a ticket in fucking February, bro.
Not
if they sell it.
Ticket sales don't go until July.
It's exaggeration.
But anyway, exaggerate. We're going off into talk about.
Wait, I need to do one thing.
One more thing.
We all need to actually congratulate Black Caesar over here because he's going to be in Essence magazine next month, right?
Oh,
yes, indeed. Yes. What is it for?
This is for the 17 black cosplayers that stole the show at this New Year's New York Comic Con.
Right.
So,
right.
That's right, ladies. Check it out.
Yes. And he is on there as Ruby Rod because, of course, New York Comic Con. So,
yo, if Chris Tucker don't shout you out, I'm mad.
That'd be cool if he do too, because you're the only one there.
and there's actually, there were 2 of us.
Really?
Yeah. And yet I got
picked.
Shit.
You know what? Yeah. You look more accurate.
Oh well, thank you. I tried.
Nice work.
Thanks
to Mom.
Yeah, thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mama.
I know what we're gonna
and Costume City. Thank you.
You know what we're gonna do now? You know what we're gonna do now, right? We're gonna make you that cane. We're gonna make you that microphone cane.
All right,
we gonna
that's
make
cool.
That
I can ditch tradition for the future. That's no problem.
PVC pipe.
No, you gotta get the other costume.
Right, yeah, the
rose.
Oh my god.
With the hair though, you
yeah. We'll figure that out.
We'll make it work.
We'll figure it out.
Oh man, that's good. But yeah, congratulations.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a
Big
big honor.
so boy.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. And of course, next to Rhode Island Comic Con, which we'll both be at. Hopefully you too, if you roll with me.
Sunday, right?
Yes.
Roll with me.
I'll be up there Friday.
Okay. I'll do a Sunday.
I'll be up there Friday to Monday.
Yes. And also, me and him will be at the Urban Action Showcase.
Yes, November 10th.
November 10th. That's right.
Fuck, that's actually November 10th?
Yes, and it's celebrating the 20th anniversary of Blade, the 45th anniversary
of
Enter the Dragon.
Tickets sold out already?
No, they're not.
I'm going then.
I'm gonna try and go. And what day is it on?
The 10th.
The 10th.
It's $50, bro.
And what's the 10th?
Saturday.
Damn.
I'll take the time.
I'm going.
I'll probably go and then put some other time on the side and then just go.
Because the thing is, it starts at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh. Then I'm fine.
And it goes all the way to midnight, so we're cool.
Yeah, I'm going.
We can
I'll get. As soon as I get out of work,
I'll probably put an hour in, and then we'll
If I go for like the night, and I like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if I'll go to the after party because the after party would be like probably around like 11.
Yeah.
I got work, so I'll go. I'll meet you guys there, but I'll be there.
But yeah,
That's cool.
But I may get that I may get that ultimate pass that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Because I can get access. Because you said I can get access to the.
Sorry, I'm sweating.
All the stuff for the Blade 20th anniversary thing.
Yeah.
Get all the free swag for that.
Yeah.
Get it, they have. There's a screening happening there too.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, there is.
For both Blade movies 1 and 2.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of things are happening.
Good things.
Yes, very, very, very good things. Also, one more thing before I segue to you and your gadgets.
Yes.
We also have next week, probably Tuesday, maybe?
Probably
the 30th. We will be doing a Halloween special for gaming on Twitch. It'll be the Friday the 13th game. It'll be me, you, and Redbeard. We will give times on our Instagram to let everybody know.
As long as we don't do it at night.
Why you get scared?
Fuck you.
You get scared. I know what he's
Yo,
scared
nigga.
of. I know what he's scared of.
Shut the fuck up. How about that?
How about that?
Shut the fuck up. Don't say a fucking
I'll
word.
put you on Front Street.
You better not. You
The
better
whole
fucking not.
internet.
No, wait.
I'm a scourge.
Nah, you don't have to do it. You know why?
You
know why you don't have to do it? Because I have a feeling that the editor is gonna do it.
That's what I tell him.
You
That's
already
what I
know.
tell him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna terrorize you in a
Yeah.
different way. Don't open any message from me in the next 24 hours.
Fucking
He'll throw his phone. He's like, "You made me break my phone." Like, did you really Zangief your phone? Change the channel. Change the channel. He's like, oh.
All right, so Wednesday, hit us with nothing but the hits.
Nothing but the hits.
Nothing but the
Motherfucking hits. What are you wearing today?
Today, got my.
It's a
brand
great
new
shirt.
Nah, shut.
Yeah, it is. It's a great shirt and some tan khakis.
But what technology are you wearing?
The technology I am wearing is the brand new Zungle 2.0 Bluetooth bone conduction glasses. Much better than the first. I can tell you immediately. I had tried the first ones, bought them secondhand because you know I'm allergic to full price. But I got these pre-ordered.
That should be a name.
Normally it's like $250. This was $169 with an extra pair of lenses, which I got the clear ones so I could just be rocking them, because it's not sunny every day.
So let me ask you: you wear your sunglasses at night?
So I can. Yes, that is correct. And
Be a star.
great. You have, of course, volume control. You have anything from like Siri to Google Assistant.
Well,
You have
show it.
Next Tech.
Where's the volume?
They're on the tops and the bottoms of the glasses themselves. What was smart about what they did in this second design versus the first design is before there was only one battery on one side.
Ooh.
What they did now is they put a battery on each side, so that way you have double the power.
Oh, wow.
It lasts longer. It's bone conduction. It doesn't hurt as much because that was one thing that was bad about the first model. It did feel very tight around your head, and you did after a while like, I want to take this off. This one, once you wear it after like the first hour, you'll probably feel a little bit, but after a while, just like wearing anything in like new shoes, same thing. You're gonna put it on. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm good, and you're gonna listen to music, and no one else will hear it, and your ears are free, which is a very good thing because I build a lot. I do a lot of stuff with my hands. Sometimes people just like, hey, I want to know, like, oh, holy shit. And I got headphones on, which I have a lot of fucking headphones on. But with this, they can call me. I'm still grooving. It's not completely blasting. I'm not hurting my ears. It's at a reasonable tone. And, you know, it can also answer phone calls, which is a plus.
Though you can hear it outside. If it's at loud.
Oh, yeah.
Loud.
Oh, yeah.
But it still doesn't hurt your ears.
Oh, yeah.
Which I've tested myself.
So I got a question for you.
Question away.
What you said battery. So it's not rechargeable.
Oh, yeah, they use.
Okay.
The chargers.
When you said battery, I'm thinking
the chargers at the end. You see these little dots?
Yeah.
So they have one that goes on each one and it plugs into USB.
Okay, because they also was thinking like maybe need that little watch battery thing.
Oh no.
But so obviously voice command.
Oh yeah, voice command.
Oh, voice command too.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And you said that it can actually connect to smartwatches.
Yeah.
Oh,
The smartwatch has a Bluetooth, so all you have to do is load music to your smartwatch, and then you just Gucci.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Any smartwatch, pretty much Google, Apple.
Yeah.
Because it's multi compatible.
Nice.
That's right.
And 169.
169 if
Was
you're
the pre-order.
allergic to
It was 169
nice.
if you had the pre-order.
Yeah.
Now I think they're out. So if you go to Zungle.com, that's Z, like Z, and like jungle instead of
Spell
jungle.
like jungle with a Z.
Exactly what he said. He made it simpler because I was fucking it up.
Yes, he was.
Yes,
Oh,
I did. But yeah, Zungle, they're great. Much better. I love it. Until the next time, Gadgeteers, I'll be here. Your boy Sir Wednesday, and stuff.
What? So basically, you're saying it's like a perfect score right now.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't have bought it otherwise.
I mean, you heard it. It sounded good.
I wouldn't
It
have bought it
does.
otherwise.
I think I make
Do that too.
Looks like
kind
a
of wait until it's on.
looks like a win to
Good
me, brother.
luck.
For real.
I know,
Looks
right?
like a win.
And on that note, we're gonna go off and talk about.
Main topics.
We're gonna talk about one topic and just talk about season 3 of Daredevil.
My God.
Literally the best.
Best
season
season
so
ever.
Oh,
Agreed.
the best
Oh,
season.
fucking greed.
And I love season 1. I loved it.
And mind you, this will have spoilers in it. So if you have not seen it, turn it off right
What's
now.
want all that shit?
I'm just saying. If you haven't seen it, turn it off right now.
All that
Go watch it. Come back and then listen to what we got to say about this.
Fast forward to the end. We'll put the end in the comments so you can just hit the button and just skip
We
it.
will.
Yeah, right.
But let's get started
Yes.
All right.
with you.
Yes.
Damn right.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you know what?
Lay it
Yes.
on me, man. Lay it on.
Yes, because I was not a big Daredevil fan until I met him.
Damn right. Fucking blind ninja who wears red. I fucking love that guy.
So tell
He's
us
like
about the man without fear.
Mercury.
the man without fear. Charlie Cox was the man who could act religiously, and he did
Fuck
it well.
yes.
He was
That
able
dude
to
deserves an Emmy.
capture the turmoil and of Matt Murdock and his conflict between what am I doing being Daredevil? Is it what I thought it was my calling? It's not my calling. Was it like a message from God? Was I talking to myself? He really lost himself. He really that whole fucking explosion rocked him literally, and he was broken as a man in body and in spirit. And the way he slowly built himself back up with the help of course, Sister Maggie and Father. Damn, why am I forgetting his name? Father
Foggy.
No, not Foggy. Father. Shit, I'm an asshole. Well, the father, it was amazing.
Yeah,
the relationship, how everything broke in pieces, and it's not just even Charlie Cox. It was also Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh my God!
When he was
yeah.
in season 3, and they said he was the freaking Kingpin, I was like, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was like, oh, we don't call him by his real name. We call him by his code name, the Kingpin.
And
I was
he
like,
really
nigga!
was.
The
He
official
really
stamp.
was
I did this. I was
the
like,
motherfucking Kingpin.
When he put that rose
on
him, I was like, that's it.
That's it.
That's all he was missing in the first season.
That was a wrap.
The thing I love about the first season, I think I mentioned before in a previous episode, was the fact that both Matt Murdock and Bertha King and Wilson Fisk were waiting to transform into their true identity.
True.
And then once it happened, Matt Murdock got the suit. He became Daredevil. Wilson Fisk was in the armored car, and then boom, that blew up, and then they rescued him. He's like, "Fuck that! I ain't Wilson Fisk. I'm the motherfucking Kingpin." And then he walked out, and then their identities were revealed, like something like the motherfucking ending of Unbreakable. You now see who the true people are and the true path. You know that this nigga's the good guy, this nigga's the bad guy. But he did it so eloquently.
He was so perfectly manipulative from the jump.
He truly was his namesake. He was the Kingpin.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to not hog all the glory and the spotlight. I'm going to move it over to my man, Black Caesar.
Much appreciated, Sir Wednesday. And very, very true facts about this season. I'm telling you, man, it was truly born again in every sense of the motherfucking word.
Yeah.
Okay, it may not have been page for page, but there were elements.
There was a
major elements. I mean, just Matt going into depression,
Really was.
I mean, and just that whole like the holy struggle, because at the end of the day, I think Daredevil might be, other than Nightcrawler, one of the most religious superheroes. Like,
that is very true.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, religious.
He's a devout Catholic.
Yeah.
Right. He is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. But Charlie, was it Echo Ninja was right. Charlie definitely deserves an Emmy, as well as Vincent.
Yes.
The intensity between those two, and especially in that final fucking fight.
Oh yeah.
With him, Poindexter, and Vincent D'Onofrio.
I mean, you just felt the rage. It was so real. This might have been one of the most brutal, savage fight scenes ever recorded in a fucking.
And if
No.
I'm just saying. And if I might add,
yes, please.
It was a very, very planned out and technical fight that was very difficult to do, because the thing is, Charlie Cox's Daredevil was defending Wilson Fisk's wife,
Vanessa,
while trying to fight Kingpin, and defending both of them against Bullseye. And I was like, bro, while he's getting taken out by Bullseye distracted by Bullseye from all the shit that he's doing with his Bullseye stuff.
Oh my god, he was good. And shout outs to him too.
But dealing with him doing fucking range shit while dealing with someone so up close and personal like Kingpin, it's like he was at a crossroad. But
he's like, who do I hit first?
But he came out on top with that. But anyway.
Absolutely, yeah. Speaking of Bullseye, yes, you are absolutely right. He was the motherfucking man in there. I mean, it just. I love the tweaking they did with his backstory.
Yeah.
Because he was mentally unstable for sure, and he did have a baseball career for a moment, killing his coach and whatnot. And I love how it just seeded and just grew. And he really, just in every sense of the word, embodied that character. I mean, just right up into the church. By the way, that's a real church fight, okay, 2003. That's the real church fight.
Yeah.
Seriously, with those rosary beads and that pinpoint accuracy, oh my god. I mean, just everything for the taking to use as a weapon. Yeah, big props to Wilson Bethel for his role. I'm looking forward to future, hopefully, God willing, seasons of him being in there, and a bloody costume. But man, I will definitely give that shit a 10 out of 10 for Shizzle. Well done. Well fucking done.
No fear in that season.
No.
Now, I do like the fact how they kind of segued that tagline while he did the eulogy at the end for the priest.
Yes.
How he did,
Father Alantham.
Yes.
Yeah.
Father Alantham, yeah.
There you go.
Yes. But even though, you gotta give props to those three main characters, but my boy Foggy, bro.
Yeah, no.
Foggy, man.
Good supporting character.
Very
And even Karen.
Yeah, okay.
We got to see more.
We got to see more of her backstory.
Yeah.
The thing, okay, so
that was
the thing I love about Karen, because we known her for True Blood.
What you got? Yeah, Deborah,
you know,
Red Wall.
She in True Blood, she was deep. She got like her character got deeper in True Blood, but in this, you like for her playing another character, like even this, we see how deep her character really is.
Correct.
Like I see her more emotional in this show than True Blood. And it was like
it was very superficial.
It was I mean,
to a certain degree,
they added the drug problem with her.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
That was
how they incorporated that.
Yeah, but
they did it very tastefully.
You know,
as tasteful as it can be.
Yeah.
But you know what's weird too is always like to see her story. I felt that was bad. I was crying because I was like she could have just went to college and nothing ever and it would have just been fine, but her
brother didn't want her to fucking get that life and he loved it that much and then she was like, fuck, I ruined it.
But now she technically has no family. Her father doesn't even want
her. Yeah, like because she blames herself already for her brother's death.
Of course.
Yeah.
But on top of that, her father blames her.
Of course.
And it's like, you know, for him, he feels like he doesn't have a daughter. And for her, she feels like she don't have a father. She has no family. Because there's nobody left.
No.
And they don't even have the diner anymore.
No.
Right. And that was a part of their family. But the dad can't do it by himself.
Not at all.
So it's so heartbreaking. He just bought this whole new stove. And it's so heartbreaking. Like, I was sitting there like, this hurts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. This hurts.
That whole season's about hurt, man.
But
that's true. It was.
But with a bit of a happier part about it,
yes,
which was Foggy. How Foggy went from the fact of wanting to be the person who always won and got the money to the point where he just like, you know what? I feel like being the good guy again.
Right.
Money's great.
He's like, I feel like actually wanting to
help.
I want that help. I want to help people again. I want to be the good guy. I don't feel like being the guy in the suit.
You know what? The one thing about Foggy, the one thing about Foggy I liked about his story,
he came back. He was
settled.
Yeah.
What I mean by settled, he had the penthouse place. He had the girl that was a ride or die chick.
Yeah.
She was ride or die.
With him all the way.
When he proposed to her out of fear, she was like, "This is out of." She knows it's out of fear because he don't know what's gonna happen the next day because you got Kingpin on you, you know. So you got Kingpin on you, kind of like it's do or die right now. Like I love this girl. He knows he loves this girl, and she knows she loves him. But it's like, nah, we can't do it out of fear. Do it out because we want to. And his story, I think his story was probably, he needed that. And for Foggy, I think he needed that because dealing with Matt, knowing that Matt died, like thinking that, knowing that Matt died. Wait. Matt died. And that didn't sound like that. Matt.
You guys seen what
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Yeah.
Was it?
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
No, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, it was Jay Silent Bob.
Yeah. Watch that.
Yeah.
You know exactly what that is.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, knowing that when Foggy realized that Matt was dead and Karen kept trying to find, if he's dead or not.
He was paying his bills. That's that chick right
there. That's another ride that chick.
Pay me back, nigga.
I'm happy that she took up the reporter, like she got the reporter job and was doing with the black dude
Ben Urich.
Because Kingpin killed him. She was like,
still mad about that.
But hold up.
No, hold up. But you know what I like about that? You know what I like about, especially towards the end. It kind of got me.
Oh yeah.
When he wrote on the napkin, he was like, he wrote our names on the napkin, right? And she was like, yeah. And I was like. Because they said,
the band's back together.
Because they was like, because Foggy said that, she's one of the greatest investigators that that's in this city. Yeah, he was like, yeah. He's
A
like
lot
better
more-
than Jessica
he
Jones.
said a lot more-
He's like a lot more
stable
stable
than
than
Jessica
Jessica
Jones.
Jones.
Uh,
I laughed so hard. when he did that.
Had to get that
But it's
shit.
just-
Well,
Because if it was Jessica Jones and
She
the
would've
Kingpin,
went-
she was like, bitch, you guessed it.
But the one thing I was waiting for, they didn't do it, but it's okay. I was waiting for him to be. He's like now we got an investigator with the avocados at law. Because he pulled that shit in the first one. Avocados at law when they were.
You know, so I want to talk about one of the most, because this whole season was so intense.
Yeah.
Fucking
And
right.
so many intense.
You didn't think any of the good guys was gonna get past this
No,
shit at
but
all.
here's the thing.
no.
I want to talk about the one scene that made me like really intense. Like was really
What scene?
intense. It was Karen sitting down with Kingpin and just like no joke, like I killed him.
Oh yeah.
I
John
shot
Wesley.
him, and you
Yep.
see him.
Mm-hmm.
Like me when somebody trying to bullshit me, I'm like hold on before you say it.
yeah.
Like you see him, he's like you see it building like a meter, it's like
Yeah.
and he's just like he wants to choke this baby.
All you had to do was slap her.
because
All you had to
that
do
was his because she killed
That
was literally his best
only
friend.
friend. His
friend,
best friend.
his
yeah.
only friend,
Wesley.
and how she did it. She was like
She shot him seven
she's
times.
like I shot him 7 times, and it's like I'll do it again.
No, she's like, and no. Here's the thing that was the fucked up part. She's like, I would have kept shooting, but I ran out of bullets. I was like, damn.
He in the speaking of that moment, she fucking the way she said it, he was like, okay, she's just trying to get a rhyme out of me. As soon as she mentioned how many times he was shot, that's when the nigga knew, like, you did it. You did it.
But she also in that same instance, she gave she didn't say it, but her
facial expression,
and
she
her body
gave up his
motion,
identity.
she gave up
Oh yeah,
the
she did.
identity.
And that's how he was. That's why he's a great antagonist because he's like, you gave me what I want, even if you fucking didn't realize it. So she's like, so you know Matt Barnack is Daredevil. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, your face said it all.
He's like, your face has caller ID.
He
Thank
knew
you.
he knew it since the. I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. Right
The fucking
jail.
the next hallway scene, epic hallway scene.
You know, the
jail hallway
Oh my
scene.
God. That was woo.
He was like, "You think a blind man can do this?"
Yeah.
You know what? That
You're
that
right.
whole scene reminded me of Oz. End of season 1 when they were when the cops came in and shot the tear gas and everybody was scattering around and stuff like that.
Oh, the riot.
The riot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh,
if you ever watch Oz, and watch the end of season 1 where everything great show. And Beat it.
Beecher. He wasn't there. Beecher was
is-
in season
That's
2.
right.
Beecher is
Beecher
Karen's
was
dad.
He was
Yeah,
in there.
Beecher
Beecher is Karen's dad. There's
Yeah.
actually a couple people that's in that show that's from Oz.
All right.
But anyway, if you watch the ending of season 1 of Oz and you watch Daredevil, like the jail scene, it's almost not exactly, but because it's only
Quite familiar.
It's quite familiar. 'Cause I've never seen a scene like that in any show lately. Not like that.
But
Maybe
I can
maybe
actually
not.
say that's one of, if not, the longest one-shot action scene.
Whew, yeah.
Like, cause that thing almost lasted like it was like almost like a 10-minute.
It lasted the whole show.
No. It started with him in the cab and ended with him getting in the cab.
Right.
But it was like a 10-minute scene.
That shit got me when that nigga just woke up like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, that's some really scumbag shit. I got your fucking cab ride out, and then I'm fucking driving you in the thing. The nigga probably just like smooth lock out like Bruce Willis and Ray. Like,
But that wasn't the original cab driver.
And
Yeah,
no,
but yeah,
I know,
yeah.
we know.
And then he just
smooth
bailed
walked
out.
and
He's like,
just
what?
So, oh shit.
That was
But he
great.
fucking, but Matt fucked himself up for that shit.
He did.
He almost got killed.
Yeah.
So,
More than one.
And
Yeah.
no, the whole
Absolutely.
season, bro.
Until he fucking made that deal, he would have got murdered by those Albanians, yo.
Oh my
Sure.
God. Like that whole scene, like even with the dude, like the big dude that was holding on, I was like, oh my
It's
God.
funny though, the one dude, when the camera was on it and it moved back to the one hallway, one dude picked up Matt and threw him into the wall.
Bro, for real.
He was like, oh. And it wasn't a stunt double. That was fucking Charlie Cox that got smacked against the wall.
Because the thing is, you can only hide your face for so long. With something like that, like, bro, just do it.
Yeah.
And also too, like when the Albanians were getting him out because they were in the police uniform, and then while they're getting out, I'm like, you just see like people that were locked up outside stabbing guards and shit.
The one guard when he was on that guard's neck, he's like,
yeah. All you just see is.
I was like,
God, oh my God,
this show is fucking.
Did you see all the guards beat up that the prisoners?
They were fucking.
They looked like they were playing drums.
Yep.
Yo, they were decorating those walls. I'm telling you.
They were on some Phil Collins, The Air of the Night.
Absolutely.
I can feel it in your bones.
Breaking.
Speaking of bones, I gotta say my favorite defining moment had to be like after the brutal like beatdown he gave Wilson. He told him, "I beat you."
Yep.
Word.
That intensity was fucking fire.
That was.
I mean, he just let him know that I will not stand down.
But the coolest part about that same scene, when the cops finally got there and all that stuff, with the detective, he's all saying his shit, and then next you know, he's like, and another thing, he's like, this ain't the real Daredevil. They was like, how you know? Because that's the real one. Why he's walking
away.
Dropped the mic and walked off in the next room. I was all like,
fire.
that is
He just walked out like, fuck the police.
That is the coolest shit ever. He was just all like, sweet.
So G, man.
Fuck the police coming straight out the underground.
So I actually want to talk about he wasn't. I want to say it like this.
Agent Nadeem.
No, hold on. The rise of
Bullseye?
Bullseye. Because he wasn't Bullseye yet.
No.
It was the rise of Bullseye.
Oh yeah.
The introduction of him was fucking cool.
Yes.
He was ricocheting bullets and shit everywhere.
But here's the thing too, like his backstory and Kingpin's like I know he was reading it, but he was seeing the story how it played out. And then also too he was seeing the story played out, also reflected it on his own
because it was similar.
Childhood.
It was very similar.
Yeah, but
they were all similar, which was crazy.
But with that being, he also knew how to control him.
Oh yeah, no, he was studying him. He studied the shit.
He's a master manipulator.
Absolutely.
But when Vanessa showed up, he was like,
Vanessa,
peace, dude.
No, but
Vanessa was like intrigued. She's like, I like this nigga. And then when she saw the blood, she's like, we gotta watch out.
But then he said it himself, and she caught that towards the end. He was all like, he's like, no, I will not be down by any prison. No prison can hold me.
Right.
He always
he said love is my only prisoner. Yep. And earlier in the show,
right.
But towards the end, he was like, no prison can hold me. And the camera shot it towards her. I was like, oh shit, next season's gonna be foul on her ass.
You already know.
But here's the thing too. She, to me, because she's free.
She's just as bad as fucking he is.
Because she sat. Because also too, a little shout out to Kingpin from the Spiderman cartoon. Because they had all those TVs and the screens. I was like, they had the room and stuff like that.
Oh shit, that's right. There wasn't.
Yeah. I was like, a little shout out to the Spider-Man cartoon. Yeah, I was like, they got all these screens and all the cameras everywhere. Because if you watch the cartoon, Kingpin has cameras everywhere.
He was watching everything.
I was like, controlling the crime.
Controlling the crime, exactly. Because you only saw Kingpin do that in the cartoon, and I was like, good shout out to that.
Speaking of the cartoon, do you think James Wesley, right?
John Wesley.
John Wesley?
Yeah.
No, I think it was James.
Hold on.
Oh, was it James?
I think it was James.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Either way, do you think that he was Smythe?
Nah.
No, because it would have said Smythe. It wasn't Smythe.
Sure.
I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking of, because Smythe was a scientist. And his son wasn't there.
But he was like his closest associate.
But also Smythe had his own business, and the only reason
true. Never mind.
And the only reason why he worked with
Kingpin. You thought I was going with
Smythe.
I was going with
Smythe. So because he broke his leg, so Smythe and his son was paralyzed.
True.
But the only reason why I said that it wouldn't have been Smythe because Smythe had his own company, and Kingpin bought it out because it was going under, and that he had to work for Kingpin. Like he did with Foggy's family's company.
Yo, he snaked his way into everything.
For real.
The way he manipulated the FBI.
That whole scene?
That was the FBI for being idiots. That's what the fuck happened.
Speaking of the FBI, though,
Ray?
we know we love our fucking main ass characters, but Agent Nadeem,
Ray,
I have
to
give it to him.
Yeah.
That guy, I give that actor so much credit.
Oh my god,
for playing that character.
He did great. I knew that nigga was dead as soon as he fucking.
Me too.
Yeah,
but you know what?
But you know what?
Even though everyone knew his days were numbered from the jump,
he went out with a G.
People
went out like a fucking.
He did,
yeah.
and people were just holding on to it because they was like, "We're holding on. Get that goddamn that pool for your son."
And you know what's
I was feeling for him.
I know,
and not for nothing, like for a Indian actor to bring out the way he did, the emotion and all that stuff, like that, like
he had range.
He had range. You know what? Him and his wife had range. Like even though her part was not as big,
I like that shit.
But she lied to me.
But she was on it.
I like that shit towards the end. She was like, they're listening while they're all talking. No, wait. Foggy's shit was funny with Karen. She's like, I need to tell you something, but I don't know. He was like, give me $5. She was like, what? He's like, give me $5. He's like, I'm your lawyer now. I was all like, that's a friend right there.
I love that.
Retainer.
Yeah.
She was like, I only have 3. He was like, that's fine. I'm your lawyer now.
Yeah. I mean,
it's truly grown.
Agent Nadeem,
Agent Nadeem,
yeah.
Awesome guy.
He was a solid dude.
He was a very.
His wife was like, you know why I picked you? It's not because you were the handsomest.
Yeah.
She kept it real.
I was like,
because you were honest. You kept it real.
Yep.
You ain't keeping it real.
No fucking.
but like for a supporting character, to me, it felt like he was the main character of that entire show.
It started off
It really
no, but I mean, like, we know the show is called Daredevil.
But it was his story.
His
story, yeah.
Just with this, and it felt like he was the main character while all the main characters were supporting characters. And you were, like, living that life. Like,
kind of like Gotham Central. Like, when it's like the cops are the main focus and then everything else is
I love the factor on how they basically put you in the shoes of just some ordinary fucking dude.
Living that life.
To make you believe that this shit can happen for real.
But you know, you know what's the fucked up thing? I want to say this too.
Mm-hmm.
Before he even like went to like, cause he was doing the Wilson Fisk thing. Before he even did that, he was trying to move up within the FBI, and they were like
fucking with him.
They were fucking with him so bad, like in a way where I was like, this is some racist shit.
No, it's not even racist.
I know. But he has
it's
financial problems.
But it's the truth. You know, you can't get a fucking job at a fucking like an armored car service if you have a bad credit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, anything that has to do with finance, they don't want to.
Because they think you could steal it.
You can be desperate enough to rob them.
Yeah,
and they don't want to deal with it. And that's what they did to him. And it's like, bro, but you understand what my situation was. It's not like I just be like, oh, I was gambling.
Right,
like,
his sister had cancer.
My sister had cancer. I had to put all the money into that.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, you find out that Fisk fucking shut that shit down. So it made him be desperate.
Exactly.
Right. Like here's domino effect. Click, go.
I'm like, dude, are you sure you're not Thanos?
Yeah, right.
You sure you're not one of the Watchers? Like, goddamn,
might
you
as
knew
well
everything.
be.
Might as well be. Like,
he knew everything. But on that note, we are gonna end tonight's segment.
We are out of here.
Right. Thank you for joining us tonight on our many adventures today.
Yep.
Yes.
It's a pleasure.
Make sure you do hit that bell and please subscribe to us because we will be bringing out new content such as next week when we're doing our Friday the 13th gaming.
And Rhode Island Comic Con.
Yes. And our Urban Action Showcase.
Yes, sir.
Weren't you going to whatchamacallit this weekend?
What's he doing?
Oh, I'm going to Photo Plus on Saturday.
Just in case.
It's a photo expo. Yeah.
Just in case there's you photographers out there.
Actually, before recently I found out, because I'm the wrestling fan here. Roman Reigns has leukemia, so he's going back into get treatment and stuff like that. So shout out to Roman Reigns. If he, hopefully he fights cancer and comes back.
Oh, speedy recovery, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
My boy Fred Rosser, who's
Rosser.
Yes, I But my boy Fred Rossi, he was actually hanging with him. And best recovery.
Oh, Darren.
Yes. Darren Young.
Darren Young.
Best recovery for Roman Reigns.
Went to high school with Darren.
Yes, I did.
Yes, we did.
Best high school president ever.
That guy was good.
You know what?
I'd vote for him again.
I would.
But I ain't even in high
I
school.
would. But yes. But again, thank you for watching us today, guys. We hope that you please comment down below for anything that you want to know about today. Those glasses, more about the
Come fight me.
Come
fight me.
Battle this guy.
You can come battle him if you want to know more about cosplay. Ask him anything, please.
Throw in his Instagrams.
Leave all of your stuff down in the comments below. Or you can reach us on our Instagrams, Twitter, and Facebook, which is going to be down below. This is one of your hosts.
I'm your host. One of them. Here around the house. I'm still here.
I am
And I be nice.
And I am Sir Wednesday.
And we won't see you at the movies.
No.
No. And if you do, mind your fucking
Footloose. Get loose.